Hey, y'all, it's Bree Specific from What's the Word. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday, 1 to 3 p.m. here on YouTube and all other platforms as well. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all of that. Thanks for watching.
Hey, what's up? What's the word?
What topic? The Coyotes?
No, part B.
I want to talk about the Coyotes.
Part B.
Oh, me and nephew had an executive. Now we're not gonna mention that today.
We definitely gonna mention it.
Yeah, we can't. We don't mention that. I don't think it's our place.
Why you don't feel like it's our place?
The thoughts and opinions are all Corderos.
No, I want to know why you feel like it's not our place.
Because that's some street shit.
Why you feel like it's street shit?
I heard it's some street shit.
You heard some street shit?
Yeah, I watched the interview with like 16.
Okay,
bro, it's some street shit. It's like bro said he was gonna slap his kids and all that, and that's some stuff we shouldn't be involved in.
But that's
street shit.
That is exactly why I feel like we should talk about it, because when we talking about having uncomfortable conversations and we talk about different things, like sometimes you got to use your platform to. Sometimes you got to use your platform to try to bring some type of sense or peace into a situation, because the people that has a platform use their platform for some bullshit.
But also, I feel like the kickoff to this whole situation was because we was attempting to bring peace from our platform, and it went left. So, do we want it to keep going left?
If I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that conversation.
Men and their egos are always going to.
I'm so sorry. I don't think that conversation is gonna bring peace at all, especially bringing it back up to him. Like, after they had been past that point already, and they had been around each other even since that interview had came out. So I think they had been over it. But I think really bringing it back up, and then especially everybody damn, y'all bringing this up again. They already spoke on it, and then now because that's his cousin, he oh well, I see you talking shit about my cousin again. Let me go ahead and let me speak my piece.
But
and then this really just making the situation worse.
And I personally met the EBK Juvie dude. We ain't really had too many words, but I've been around him.
We might as well. We talk about it now. Might as well say what happened.
And I would say this though. I can say that I don't think, even watching that interview, he had some good talking points on community stuff and what he would like to see certain rappers do. I don't think he's not too far gone in a situation where it can't be peace. Cause he was at a Golden Child event when I met him. You know what I'm saying? When I seen him around, he's for peace. And then just knowing Herb, I don't think Herb is not too far gone for peace. I do feel like Bree, what it says, it's men and their ego, and not be just how we said earlier. Sometimes you just wish, like Mace was saying, sometimes you just wish it was somebody that was around to sit us down or kind of had a dialogue to, you know what I mean, to talk this through before it become a thing. So
maybe that could be us.
Maybe it can be us. Maybe us talking about it can give a different perspective right now, because all the blogs is running with is these two men acting out of emotion. Even from Herb part, right? Herb, to me, I don't think he said nothing wrong about Cairo. I think he mostly just
that's how I feel. I don't think
he just talked about the situation, his raw thoughts about when the situation happened,
and I don't think nothing came off as better, or nothing came off as ingenuine. I don't think anything came off as I'm superior. I just think he said how he felt, and I think it just struck a nerve. It could have struck a nerve with some people because a lot of people haven't asked him about it on a platform.
I think me personally, I would want to come back from I don't want to have a conversation with nobody that said he'll spit on my kids.
Why you keep bringing this up? It's other factors, which I get it.
That's
I get it.
Real though. I don't want to piece up nothing with anybody that said he'll spit on my kids. There's nothing me and you can speak about ever again.
We ain't gotta say they ain't gotta speak, right? But at the same time, they don't gotta be throwing subs because the same way that I feel like that Jim Jones and Cameron shit can go left, it can go left. They bump heads with each other in the streets, or they in core crews.
Even though he did apologize though, but still, he apologized for saying that. But
who?
Juvie, he's apologized for saying he'll spit on his kids.
When he apologized for it.
So this is what I'm saying with this. Like how you just did overly dramatic saying that. Why you could have led with the apology.
Oh, I could have. You know what? That's right. I could have, but I think
that teachable moment, Cody.
I don't know.
Moment.
I feel like it's certain things that people say that you just can't get over.
It's a lot of things.
Even if you apologize for it.
It's a lot of things you can say. But
like if somebody can say the craziest shit to you, right? Like disrespect you, your family, and all that. If they apologize like a year later, you still gonna feel like you can never mess with this person again.
I feel like I don't have to mess with you again, but at the same time, it don't have to be beef.
But that's why I feel like the trolling come in at, because why even say it if you're gonna apologize? You knew before that came out your mouth that was out of bounds.
He knew it was out of bounds.
Just like Shorty knew before he did that interview that was gonna make him feel some type of way, and he was gonna feel like that was out of bounds.
So let me play on this side. Of course, you looking at it from your lens and say that's out of bounds, but he's that type of person that he could possibly be. That's the type of time I be on. So if that's
spitting on kids should be illegal. That's the type of time that you standing.
It's a lot of shit that should be illegal. Spraying up blocks and shooting.
This is true.
Should be illegal. It should not be a part of the code. But if it's like, okay, we seen Killer Season. I don't know if y'all ever seen Killer Season. If y'all in here, if y'all real hip hop fans, y'all watching, y'all seen Killer Season. Yeah. So you remember that part?
I don't know what that is.
You remember that part when Cameron caught
that kid?
He caught the kid.
He spit.
You know when you press it switch, right?
He spit on like.
Go
ahead.
You gotta just let it stay sometimes, cause you kill me with the thing on there. I'm seeing it in my thing. That's what
let her do her job.
She doing her job, but it's authentic. Like we're gonna trust me. 2025, a lot of shit's finna change.
That's right. You right. You stand on business, big dog.
And it's not even a bad thing. Like if we having this show, people gonna see us in an authentic light, right? So we're gonna have authentic conversations. They're gonna see authentic things, and that was just one of them. But in Killer Season, you remember that part when dude was like, dude killed Cameron's niece. He killed his niece, right? He called dude lacking against his niece or his daughter. Killer didn't have it in him to shoot his niece, but he spit on her. You know what I'm saying? So when you coming from like that type of culture, it's like I can't. When he said I spit on your kids, and I don't want to keep harboring on that. But I didn't think it as something like, oh, it's the worst shit you can do. The worst shit you can do is say I could kill your kids. It's the worst shit when Biggie got a line say, my homie could take your kids and rape them under the bridge. Like
you putting levels on disrespect.
It's ways worse as shit. Now what I'm saying is that hit me when I'm saying what I'm saying is that yes, that was disrespectful, and yes, you're talking about my kids because women and kids are off limits, right? And you openly saying this on the platform that's got millions of views right now, right? We don't have to be best friends ever again. We don't have to be cool. We don't have to dap up ever again. But there could be some place where you could come in and somebody can come in and be like, look, what y'all doing? Just knock it off. Let's stop it. But that was wrong. I see why he felt the way he felt when you said this on that interview. But like, let's not do this. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all continue to do this and go back and forth, this shit can end a certain different type of way. I ain't saying I gotta be your homie. We ain't even gotta talk and be in the same area. You know what I'm saying? But we can agree to, you know what I'm saying, to come together and like we just gonna stop the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And people can like I don't know.
Understandable.
I don't know. I feel like once you start talking my kids in any fashion, it's over with.
But that's what I'm saying. When you move in that light, you gotta when you move and you a girl. So I ain't even gonna lie, like you a girl and you probably never had to deal with no shit like this. So you can just be raw thoughts and say shit like that.
I mean, I don't got no kids.
But if you ain't, I don't got no kids, but I just understand certain shit. I understand certain shit is like.
But I feel like understanding it is the bigger problem. Saying that this is where he come from or this is what niggas do, like that ain't okay. Saying that it could be worse shit that could happen, that's still not okay. Disrespect should be held at the same level.
I'm not saying it's okay, but look how you moving. Disrespect shit should be the whole same level.
It should.
So if I'm moving like it's disrespect shit the whole level, you just already saying as a man, I just feel disrespected. So when you disrespect me, that means I'm ready to take this shit to the fullest.
I didn't say you have to do that.
But look how you just said it though. Like you don't even understand how the little how your mannerism and how you feel like you standing on business
But
with that
that's
shit.
why I feel like you don't. Well, it's the same way how you just said. Well, it's way worse than shit than saying you gonna spit on my kids. What the hell you mean? Like, is you cool, bro? Like, what?
Yeah, it's way worse. It's way worse than shit you can say.
But it comes off the same way. I just said disrespect should be on the same level.
Disrespect be on the same level, right? But at the end of the day, well, what's next? What's your next line after that, bro?
After what? Disrespect should be on the same level. I'm cutting you off, that don't mean I gotta take your life or do something to your kids. We're just done. It don't necessarily have to be beef or nothing, but we done. You done talking to me, I'm done talking to you.
That's what I want you to get you to say. That's all I'm saying. You can't leave something at a statement like disrespect is on all different levels, because now you leaving me to interpret what you gonna do.
Oh, well, y'all know I ain't finna do shit, but
I don't know. But you saying
you're right. I get you. I feel you.
So that's why I say it's some good that we have this conversation, because one side is just saying things. Mm-hmm. Everybody's just saying their raw thoughts and feelings, but it need to be somebody to bring that extra part to, okay, you felt this way, you felt this way. That shit was wrong, that shit was wrong. But at the end of the day, like, can we come together and understand, like, nah, we don't have to keep this shit going.
But don't you feel like Herb handles a lot of situations like that?
Herb just literally just responded to them on the IG story. Somebody just saying some shit. You know what I'm saying?
But we barely get that out of him.
But it don't matter what you barely get out of him. In real time, he's doing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we in real time. We taking care of the situation to him. He's not talking. We talking about facts. So we talking about earlier. We not talking about hypothetical shit. So if you got a platform and you got a broadcast and you got a voice, use your that to do some other shit opposed to. Cause shit can get real. I'm putting it like that. Shit can get real. How he just said, "Oh, this is some street shit." Shit can get real. So if you got a voice and if you got these followers and you got the people, I want you to take that time. This little 5-7 minutes we just took this time to breaking this down. Put some positivity to it. Herb might see this and be like, "Damn." Juvie might see this and be like, "Damn." They followers and fans might see this shit and be like, "Damn." We egging this shit on, or other bloggers might look at this shit like, you know what, egging this shit on might be not in our best interest. Or it might be somebody that see the shit that has influence over both of them and be like, you know what, I'm gonna hit his line.
I hope that.
And I'm gonna put this shit at ease. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because a lot of this shit don't be worth it. But
it don't be worth it.
People still gotta watch out for what they say about people's kids. Like, stop bringing people into the fold that ain't got nothing to do with y'all, bro. Like, nothing to do with y'all. Yeah, stop. Call these niggas up. Stop going on these platforms. Like, for some clicks. And you probably ain't even gonna get no money from them little YouTube dollars.
The platform eating it up.
Right. It's the platform ain't even come to you. Now you gotta beef for no reason. Now you beefing for free. Is y'all cool? Stop going on stop doing these interviews. Call that nigga up. It's free. You ain't even gotta wait till after 7 to make a phone call no more. Call that man up and get it straightened out. Stop going on these little hood interviews trying to clear some shit up. For what? When y'all could just clear it up and get on live together and just tell everybody y'all cleared it up. Boom. Because I don't even think people still don't understand how much they fans like affect the stuff that they do.
Oh, for sure.
I don't even literally in this situation, I get you on that, but I think in these situations with Chicago people, like,
it be the fans. The fans be definitely feeling their ego and they make
if you know a lot of these guys, it ain't even really the fan shit. It's really just it's literally Chicago got a real big pride about it. And that's why
the comments never gonna add to it, because your pride already at a 10, right? And you done did this interview and say the interview don't come off the way that you thought it was gonna come off. You got all these people in the comments just because drill is like the top thing to look up on YouTube right now, and the beef and whatever going on in gangs and whatever in the hoods in Chicago. So all these people commented and it's not going in your favor. That's gonna make your ego be like, now I really gotta stand on business, instead of you just naturally thinking for yourself. Like, this my pride and this what I want to do. No, you unconsciously are gonna get influenced by what these people are saying to you.
Especially because sometimes people like they'll
In
get
some
in
type of
your
way.
comment section.
You
They'll
might
get
not
in
crash out.
your replies, start typing stuff to you. You start
Oh.
seeing stuff like that. I think it has a
certain
subtle
guys,
effect.
I feel like certain guys they probably have a lot. So I'm not gonna take it away. I think it has some type of effect to it, right? I think the underlying thing here that people not understanding is that pride of like it's a slippery slope. Like we live in we in a city where everybody don't know men, just black men are just, and I only can speak for the ones that's be outside and just that and this outside ain't even got nothing to do with streets. It's just outside just mingling, right? We never want to come off as food. We never want to come off as sweet. So if one person do something to you, it's like being in jail. Like I tell people all the time, being a black man in Chicago, especially from the South Side, it's like prison, bro. Like if one person come take your food and bitch you, everybody gonna feel like they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you always got to just be on go. That's why a lot of our girls are like that. Like you can't say girls they be on because that's how Chicago is. Like we don't even think to have a conversation about like simple shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Or apologize. You know, like I might be wrong about that shit. My bad, G. Like we don't even think about shit like that. It'd be like we instantly on go. You say something I don't like, we on go.
Yeah, I know this girl just shot up the beauty shop because baby
Chicago
shot the
is
beauty
something
shop
else.
up because she bumped into this girl, this other stylist that she ain't like. Shot the beauty shop up.
You know what I'm saying?
Anybody died?
Ain't no
Nah,
thinking of
somebody
that.
just
So
got shot.
if I'm an artist, or I'm like these guys, these gentlemen we talking about, if you saying something, if I let that ride, I'm instantly like you just said. Now if I let that ride, people now everybody gonna feel like they can pull it. Opposed, you know what I'm saying? Opposed to just understanding like, all right, G. You know what I mean? Like in New York, it's a strong chance that shit with Cam and Jim, it may go left, it may not go left. But it's people around them that love them that's gonna speak up and be like, man, G, y'all don't need to do that.
I don't think so.
It's too much money in play. It's just like we bigger than that.
But sometimes you don't want people use their pride so they don't look a fool. But sometimes their pride is what makes them look goofy.
I agree, but that's the culture of the city,
and you have to look back on that and be like, yeah, I look crazy.
My goal is
like, what does that come in at?
My goal is to make sure we get to that point.
Cause I know I look at some of the stuff that I used to do and be like, damn, I look crazy.
But you're a girl.
I am a girl. But I feel like men need that. Yeah. It's
you're
okay.
You're a girl that lived a different life. You got both parents. Like it's your story ain't like a lot of people.
Don't tell my business. A lot of people
saying,
don't know. What if I be telling people I'm from the trenches?
You're not, Bree. I'm not even gonna lie. Brianna Anderson is not from the trenches.
Bree's from the trenches, man.
You're not West from no trenches.
Okay.
But it's like you can comment on this shit and go about your day. You like a commenter. Like you could comment. You could feel like some shit. Somebody.
But my parents did a good job of making sure I didn't have to live that life.
Oh, shout out to your people. But let's talk about to the people that's not going through that, right? So it's like we got to get them to that point. And it's like that just be my thing. I be watching all this shit and then just hearing May saying that shit the other day. Like it's like people go back and forth all the time. But it'll never be nobody that come in and be like, all right, G. On either side, be like, all right, I know that shit was wild, but you gonna take a hit. Everybody in that shit, it happened.
And sometimes you really give your homie that real like, AG, like, this ain't worth it. Or AG, like, I don't think you should do this. This might make you look like A, B, C, and D. And they really just don't listen. That's probably what happened with Mason Cam. They really just don't listen. They just really want to just stick to what they they pride is telling them to do.
But I don't think no guns gonna give. The Chicago should be different to me because it's like, gee, people can really like
pull up on you or really come find you.
Yeah, shit
over
can really
the smallest thing.
Yeah. So when you in these positions and spaces, and I'm gonna continue to preach it, when you in position of spaces and power and shit like that, and I just learned that shit just having my nephew, like when I'm talking to him and what I want him to be his pride about. Like even when he told me he want to sell candy, his method about it, I'm like, so okay, if you want to sell candy, you gotta understand this too. If you're gonna be putting your shit out on the table, you gotta worry about people stealing your shit.
Stealing it for
so
sure.
I have to tell them straight up, if somebody steal your shit, you gonna have to go take care of business. Because the first, once again, we talk about slippery slope, right?
Knock their ass out over that
if one person feel like, oh man, he's sweet, I just stole a Snicker bar from him.
Everybody else gonna
somebody else gonna try.
They done broke into your locker.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's that same shit. Like you got to teach them. You teaching them that early, but but no one's teaching you the consequences. Like you going to go slide on the motherfucker because they disrespected you. That shit finna give you 30 years. Was that 30 years really worth interview?
It's not gonna be worth it, but people gonna say it's worth it. Like street people gonna say it's worth your pride, it's worth that ego, it's worth that
I wish we could get out of
that
that
respect.
mentality
Because
so
some
bad.
people just care about respect more than they care about his life.
But there's a way to still have your respect without like taking a life. Well, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm
Like I said, that's what it's to get into street stuff. Like
I'm not
some
from
people
the
don't care.
trenches, so
They
I
don't care
wouldn't
about
know.
all that.
And even when you say my boy apologize, that really does something to me. Because where that clip at?
Of course, they're
Me
not
too.
gonna put that clip out.
Where that clip at? Where that clip at? Him floating around saying, you know what? I'm out of line for saying that shit. It's the heat of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like why we ain't putting that clip out?
They're not gonna put that clip out, which don't make sense to me because it's like, what's the problem with putting that clip out? If you just put the clip out of him saying it and it just did hella numbers, what harm does it come to you to put out a follow up of him actually apologizing? Besides, you might not get as much numbers, but that's just up in the air. You never know.
Yeah, but I would love to see that. Like, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
We gotta do better, G.
long as I got this broadcast and long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna make sure we have tough conversations and we just gonna leave with positivity. So if that's
Hey, what's up? What's the